Good morning, everybody. My name is Cesar, and I am a student of English to become an English teacher. So today we're gonna debate some ideas in this context of East and West civilization. So I'm gonna start analyzing some concepts of those civilizations which are very important to the development of human beings and the human culture around the world. Here I have four words um, related to human context or maybe human culture. One is the economic um context where both civilizations uh, started some centuries or some centuries ago to develop economic models, economic systems to feed their population. So in this case, for me, this is the civilization uh, has the basis of all economic systems around the world because in those countries in ancient times, um, people and rulers, governments, empires, kingdoms created money to trade or systems to trade cattle for goods and so on, recollection of taxes, and also systems where they eva- assess assess the treasures that they acquire after conquer a land, conquer an empire. So those economic systems uh, came from East first. Now the West adapted those systems and improved them to adapt to the current times. So in this case, both cultures have something in common, that one created the system and the other improved the system. So in terms of culture, Eastern civilizations tend to be more um, like in this case said patronage. They follow certain rules according to religion. In terms of money, usually they are not great, but those countries are corrupt. And in the West, they proclaim independence. Every people earn its own income. Every every person in the West civilization must be capable to work and acquire acquire money and wealth. So in the West, people are great and usually think all the time in money and economical position. Now I'm gonna focus in a historical context. The East civilization obviously is more ancient, and the basis of nowadays civilization came from East civilization. So I guess we in certain terms are totally dependent on the East civilization because democracy ap- appeared in those centuries. The first laws, the first taxation, the first uh, societal rules. Now the West adapted to those rules, to those governments, to those empires, and adapted the laws to mm, create a civilization more advanced in consciousness, in morality, also in empathy, and certain kind of behavior. We owe all those values to the East civilization. The West is the most advanced society in the world because we exploited those laws, those ways of thinking to become better human beings. But the East is in historical terms maybe less advanced, but they conserve certain ways of thinking. Maybe if in the region is not touched by corruption and political issues. Now I'm gonna debate about political political differences between West and East. Obviously, I said that political thinking first appeared in the East, but the West again adapted those ways of thinking, those ways of organize the population, the laws, the governments, the rulers of those empires, and the political thinking to improve the society, improve the world. So the East is always with the first place because they created those political systems that have ruled the world over centuries. Now the West adapted to become countries more of more freedom, countries with justice in theory, countries with equality, countries with critical thinking. But they is conserve only the traditional, maybe inside the family, inside the community. The political thinking is expressed correctly, but in general in society maybe not because those countries are unstable and those regions tend to be a lot of complicated in terms of disputes, territorial disputes, religious disputes that are the most common. So we are more educated and thereby advanced, and then and they, I'm sorry, they are less advanced. Maybe they have certain values but not properly exploited. Now on social issues, the values of the West are related to money, to ego, to appearances, to wealth, and educational backgrounds are important influence in society. I would say that mm, economical status and so on. So in the East, are related to hierarchy in their families, and also with certain values and rules to follow. So that's it for today. Thank you very much. See you soon.